Some people are simply born to look up, their gaze perpetually drawn to the vast expanse above. They possess an innate curiosity, a yearning to explore the unknown, and a spirit that refuses to be confined by earthly limitations. Felix Baumgartner was one of those rare souls, a man who embodied this boundless spirit. He was an adventurer whose heart beat in time with daring feats and breathtaking challenges, constantly seeking the next adrenaline rush, the next impossible goal. For many, his name is synonymous with one of the most astonishing achievements of our time, a feat that pushed the boundaries of human potential. He was the man who ascended to the edge of space and jumped, a pioneer venturing into the unknown. That moment captured the imagination of millions across the globe, uniting people in awe and wonder. It was a testament to human courage and our innate desire to push beyond the known, to explore the limits of what's possible. Born in Austria, surrounded by the majestic Alps, Felix was drawn to the extreme from a young age, his spirit ignited by the thrill of adventure. He was never content with the ordinary, always seeking to challenge himself and redefine what it meant to be human. His most famous exploit, the Red Bull Stratos mission in 2012, was a culmination of years of training, planning, and unwavering dedication. It was more than a record-breaking skydive. It was a global spectacle, a moment that transcended borders and captivated the world. We watched, holding our breath, as this lone figure in a futuristic suit, a symbol of human ingenuity and resilience, prepared to fall back to Earth, embarking on a journey that would redefine the limits of human achievement. He was a tiny speck against the blackness of space, a symbol of our boundless potential. He became the first human to break the sound barrier in freefall, an incredible milestone in aviation history. It was a feat once reserved for machines, now conquered by the human spirit. But Felix's life was a collection of such moments, a testament to his unwavering dedication and relentless pursuit of excellence. His life was a tapestry woven with risk, a constant dance with danger that pushed him to the very edge. He approached every challenge with precision, calculated risk-taking, and an unquenchable thirst for adventure. He mastered base jumping, pushing the limits of human flight. He was known for leaping from iconic landmarks, transforming cityscapes into his personal playground. He plunged into the unknown with unwavering confidence, inspiring others to overcome their fears and chase their dreams. His life, so full of vibrant energy and incredible feats, served as a reminder that anything is possible with passion and determination. But his extraordinary journey was tragically cut short, leaving the world in mourning. The news of his death in a motorized paragliding accident sent shockwaves through the adventure sports community and beyond. It came as a profound shock, a stark reminder of the inherent risks involved in pursuing extreme passions. It felt like a cruel twist of fate for a man who had danced with danger for decades, always pushing the boundaries of what was possible. His story, once about defying gravity and soaring to new heights, has now come to a sudden and heartbreaking end, leaving a legacy of courage, innovation, and unwavering determination. He leaves a void in the world of adventure, but his spirit will continue to inspire generations to come. October 14, 2012. A date etched in history. It was a day that redefined the very limits of human exploration and achievement, a moment that would be forever remembered. The world watched with bated breath as a colossal helium balloon, a symbol of ambition, gently lifted Felix Baumgartner in a state-of-the-art pressurized capsule high above the stark landscape of Roswell, New Mexico. His mission, Red Bull Stratos, a name synonymous with courage and innovation, a project meticulously crafted over years of relentless planning and development, aimed to shatter existing boundaries and push the limits of what humanity believed was possible. Felix ascended to an astonishing altitude, over 39 kilometers into the stratosphere, where the very sky above transformed from a familiar blue to the inky blackness of near space. The journey was a solitary one, a test of mental fortitude, lasting more than 2 hours, as the world below gradually shrank, transforming into a distant marbled sphere suspended in the void. On the ground, a dedicated team of scientists, engineers, and support staff, along with his trusted mentor, the legendary Joe Kittinger, meticulously monitored every single vital sign, ensuring his safety and the mission's integrity. Millions upon millions watched the live stream, captivated by the unfolding drama, united in a shared sense of awe, wonder, and palpable anxiety. At the mission's peak altitude, with the world holding its breath, Felix calmly opened the hatch and stepped out onto a platform, a space no bigger than a skateboard, suspended at the very edge of space. He paused, took a breath, and delivered his now famous words, "I know the whole world is watching now. I wish you could see what I see. Sometimes you have to go up really high to understand how small you are." With a final salute, a gesture of courage and farewell, he took the ultimate leap of faith, stepping off into the seemingly endless abyss. He plummeted headfirst toward Earth, accelerating at an unimaginable rate, breaking the sound barrier in a breathtaking display of physics, reaching speeds of over 1,357 kilometers per h, becoming a living arrow, a human projectile shot from the very edge of space itself. After an astonishing 4 minutes and 20 seconds of pure, unadulterated freefall, he deployed his parachute, a moment of collective relief washing over the world, and landed gently, safely, in the vast expanse of the New Mexico desert. Felix returned to Earth not just as a skydiver, but as a triumphant hero, an icon of human potential, having achieved what was once deemed utterly impossible, rewriting the record books in the process. His extraordinary leap inspired an entire generation to dream bigger, to reach further, and to believe that anything is possible. The Red Bull Stratos jump was more than a spectacle. It was a scientific milestone. Felix's ascent and freefall provided invaluable data for aerospace research, especially on high-altitude exposure and survival. His pressurized suit, a marvel of engineering, protected him from the near-vacuum and freezing temperatures of the stratosphere. The mission tested equipment to its limits, advancing future high-altitude technologies. One critical focus: what happens to the human body at supersonic speeds? Felix's brief, intense spin during descent provided crucial data for next-generation escape systems. The project was a triumph of science and spirit, showing that with planning, technology, and bravery, we can overcome the impossible. Felix's jump advanced our understanding of aerodynamics and inspired countless young people to pursue science and engineering. Felix Baumgartner's jump from space was the pinnacle of a life spent chasing the extraordinary. He began skydiving at 16, quickly moving into the world of base jumping, leaping from buildings, antennas, bridges, and cliffs. He set records like jumping from the Petronas Towers and the Hand of Christ the Redeemer in Rio. Felix also base jumped into Croatia's Mammoth Cave and flew across the English Channel with a carbon fiber wing. Each feat required immense skill, precision, and calm under pressure. For Felix, pushing limits was about feeling truly alive, not a death wish, but a love for life. "The only limit is the one you set yourself," he once said. His meticulous preparation and discipline made his career a masterclass in courage and control. Felix lived a life without regrets, filled with passion and purpose. For a man who had stared down death from the edge of space, it seemed unthinkable that his end would come during a routine flight. On July 18, 2025, Felix took off in a motorized paraglider over Porto Sant'Elpidio, Italy, a place he loved for its beauty and tranquility. The weather was perfect, but something went wrong shortly after takeoff. Eyewitnesses saw the paraglider lose altitude and spiral down. Emergency services arrived quickly, but Felix was pronounced dead at the scene. The world was stunned, a legend lost in a moment of misfortune, not in a daring stunt, but in a familiar activity. The man who conquered the heavens was brought down to earth one final tragic time. The news rippled through the world with unbelievable speed. News of Felix Baumgartner's death spread rapidly from Porto Sant'Elpidio, the small Italian town he had called home. The announcement sending shockwaves worldwide, leaving many in disbelief and mourning. Felix was more than a celebrity in the town. He was a part of its very fabric. He was a neighbor and friend, someone they saw regularly, shared stories with, and considered one of their own. He was sharing the local love for the sea and sky, often seen enjoying the coastal views. The mayor expressed the community's deep sorrow, a sentiment echoed by every resident. He emphasized that while the world saw a hero, an icon of daring feats, they knew a friend, a kind and generous soul. Investigators began examining the crash, meticulously searching for answers amidst the wreckage. But the town's focus was on the human loss, the void left by a man who had become an integral part of their lives. The field where he fell became an impromptu memorial, a testament to the impact he had on the community. It was a place for residents to grieve, to share memories, and to find solace in their shared sorrow. The sky above Porto Sant'Elpidio, once Felix's canvas for joy, a playground for his extraordinary adventures, became a silent witness to his final moments, a somber reminder of the fragility of life. The beauty of the location now carries a tinge of sadness, a bittersweet reminder of what was lost. The community, united in loss, found strength in their shared grief and memories. They began mourning a man who had touched the sky and their lives, leaving an indelible mark on their hearts. Felix's legacy became part of the town's story, a chapter filled with both inspiration and sorrow. His memory will be forever etched in its memory, a lasting tribute to a life lived to the fullest. The world's reaction was immediate, an outpouring of grief and tributes from fans, adventurers, and those inspired by Felix's 2012 jump. His leap from the stratosphere became a shared memory, and his passing felt personal to millions. Tributes poured in from the aerospace industry, extreme sports community, and ordinary people alike. The common theme gratitude for his bravery and the sense of wonder he gave the world. In Porto Sant'Elpidio, residents gathered at the crash site, leaving flowers and notes in quiet tribute. For fellow skydivers and base jumpers, Felix was a pioneer who advanced their sports and safety. Fellow athletes highlighted his professionalism and dedication. They mourned not just a legend, but a mentor and friend who always remained grounded in his passion for flight. In the digital age, Felix's final words and images remain online, a poignant farewell. His last Instagram post, a sunset over the Adriatic, became a focal point for collective mourning. The caption, "Chasing the last light, Italy, you are beautiful." The image revealed a quieter side of Felix, a man who found wonder in a simple sunset as much as in a daring leap. The comments became a virtual memorial, filled with messages of love and gratitude. His social media chronicled a life of perpetual motion and curiosity, from aerobatics to racing and exploration. Each post was a window into his boundless energy and passion. The suddenness of his absence felt even more profound through these vibrant snapshots. His final post stands as a lasting testament. While he was famous for death-defying leaps, he cherished the simple beauty of the world below. Felix Baumgartner's legacy isn't just in records broken, but in the millions he inspired. He was a beacon of courage, teaching us that the greatest barriers are often in our own minds. His life declared that with passion, preparation, and belief, the extraordinary is possible. Felix made the world look up, literally and figuratively. He was a consummate professional, facing risks with calm resolve and unshakable confidence. His jump from the stratosphere was a throwback to the golden age of exploration, proving adventure is about discovering new possibilities within ourselves. Though his final flight ended in tragedy, Felix will be remembered for how he lived, with boundless courage, relentless passion, and a spirit that soared beyond the ordinary. His legacy is a timeless reminder to dare greatly, push boundaries, and always keep looking up.